All right. Hello, everybody. We are done. We have made it through another week. So happy Friday. I am Szu-Moy, and you know what time it is. It's Sippin' with Sue time. And we are celebrating for the month of March, real women doing real things extraordinarily for the entire month. So we get to meet a wonderfully beautiful, talented, gorgeous, young thing right now. And we'll go ahead and welcome Isa. How are you? Uh-oh, we're frozen again. Are we stuck? Oh no. Oh, I think it's the connection. All right, hang on, you guys. We are doing Women's History Month for the month of March. And I'll just check on her and find out what's going on. Technology, y'all. Don't you just love it? But so I'm wearing green because we've got a whole lot of stuff going on this upcoming week. So tomorrow we've got daylight savings time. So don't forget, we're springing forward tomorrow evening. So set your clocks 1 hour forward tomorrow, and then we get to get some amazing, wonderful sunlight for just a little bit longer in San Antonio and for the rest of the folks that are doing daylight savings time too. So don't forget, we spring forward tomorrow, and then next week we've got St. Patty's Day. So I'm wearing my green. So hopefully you guys can have a good time. And I don't know what everybody else is doing for St. Patty's Day, but let me know what you're doing, what your plans are, and what are you guys drinking? This week I decided it was a gin and tonic week. So I've got a nice, delicious gin and tonic with elderflower tonic for today's session. And we're just going to hang out and wait for just a little bit. Issa's going to come and pop back in. She was having connection issues on her iPad, so she's going to pop back in on her phone. But again, we are doing, hey, I see her. You got to switch your, yep, there we go. We are doing, we're celebrating all things female, all things women, celebrating women for Women's History Month. And let me go ahead and introduce to you Isa. Hey.
Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. It's technology.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's always how it works, right? It's like,
Yeah.
well, you saw me last week. Y'all saw me. I was like, what's going on? And lo and behold, I guess nobody, well, I probably should explain this. So last week I decided to use a new platform, figuring I'd have like better connection and I'd be clearer and it would like come off without a hitch. And that wasn't the case. I was using Google Chrome, and the platform that I'm using for this right here just does not work with Google Chrome apparently. So I had nothing for you guys. So I'm back on Firefox and I can see everybody. I can see you, and it's been so long. How have you been?
Oh, I'm sorry. My phone's so small. I've been good. Trying to adjust to this new life that COVID has given us.
Yeah, it's been crazy. Well, I think the last time I saw you, it was your, no, it wasn't your quince. It was your graduation.
Oh, wow.
Was that the last time I saw you, your graduation?
I think so. Well, maybe a couple times in between, but yeah.
Maybe. But this amazing, talented, beautiful girl I decided to have her on because she's fantastic. She's with a band called Chavella, right?
Yes.
Chavella. And she can now drink. So she's 21. So I was like super excited. Cheers. Super excited to have her on. So I'm drinking a gin and tonic with elderflower tonic.
Oh, nice. I've never had that before. I used to be
scared. It's good. No, gin is easy, like vodka. It's easy, and so elderflower tonic is tasty. I like it.
I'll have to try that.
It's really good. Yeah, it's really good. So tell me a little bit about your background in music and like how long have you been singing and playing guitar
Um,
for?
so singing, um, pretty much my whole life. I've enjoyed it, liked it. I was pretty shy though for like a majority of the time. I don't know why I thought it was so embarrassing, and I don't think I sang in front of my family until I was like probably until I started my band when I was 18. So that was a long time. Um, but I started playing guitar when I turned 14
Okay.
because I got a guitar as a gift for my birthday. So that's when I started. I mean, my family knew my parents knew I liked music, and I don't really remember expressing that I really wanted a guitar. They just kind of knew or assumed that I would, enjoy it and use it and appreciate it. So that was the case. And so I guess I took it seriously then when I got my guitar and wanted to learn and sing and play with it. So
So
yeah.
did you actually are you self-taught or did you take lessons to play guitar?
No, self-taught, YouTube University. uh, no lessons. I wish I did. I think it would have made me a better musician, later on. And it's not too late. I could, easily, find somebody or, you know, learn the basics and stuff. But yeah, self-taught for the most part.
So what drew you to music then? So you had your guitar and you kind of your parents knew that you were, wanting to play, I guess. But I mean, what drew you to music to actually start dabbling in playing guitar? For me, I was forced to play piano,
Yeah.
and it was like, and I that's why I can't even play chopsticks on that thing now
Yeah.
because it was one of those like
Um,
I don't even want to do it.
yeah, I feel like it was just a natural thing. I know most people, yeah, like their parents made them, take lessons and things, and sometimes they saw that as more like a chore than like an organic interest. I think
Mhm.
just me already as a little girl, like, singing at the top of my lungs to like Mariah Carey or Kelly Clarkson. um, I just had already liked to sing, and I liked those, that kind of music. And then I don't know. I guess I just had the freedom to hear and listen to different kinds of music, and I liked what I heard. And my parents had really good taste in music. We had all kinds of CDs, and I remember for some reason their CD players would end up in my room, so I would just go into the guest room is where all the CDs were, and I'd like just grab some or pick some and just listen, like listen to like TLC or like Silverchair at 8 years old. Like I don't know what this music is. I was just curious. So
Mhm.
um, I don't know. I guess I just had free will to um, explore that, and I just like never let it go.
Mhm. So you said you were pretty shy and you didn't even sing or express that or like show your parents. You didn't sing in front of them for a really long time.
Yeah.
So when did you realize that you did have a talent? I mean, you're not singing in front of your parents because you were shy, but I mean, internally you had to have felt something like, "Hey, I think
Um,
I'm onto something here."
so I in elementary school we had like um, I don't know what you would call them. Like we had computer class and music class,
Hmm.
and just those little things that we'd go to a couple times a week. And so obviously the music class was my favorite, and we would do like little productions or like Christmas choir things, and I loved it. And it wasn't necessarily a choice. Like we all had to participate, but
Hmm.
I guess I expressed how excited I was for it, and like I would probably practice in my room, and maybe they heard that or knew that, and so I think I don't think anybody like outright told me like, oh, you actually sound good. But I guess when you're hearing a bunch of other like 6-year-olds sing and yourself sing, and you're like, oh, I think I'm a little bit better than that. Like you can just hear, I don't know. And then
Well, to be a musician, you have to have an ear for
yeah,
it,
so
right? Hmm.
I guess it was natural. And then it wasn't until I was in middle school and I had a pick an elective, and I didn't know what to do. And I think I picked theater, and I'm not a fan of like acting and productions at all. I don't, it's not in my comfort zone. But there was, when I picked the class, there's a lot of things you don't want to do. So we had to like participate in a production at the high school. And so you had to do like an audition, even though you're already going to be in the production. So you had to pick a song and sing it for like 30 seconds. And my brother was in high school. I was still in middle school. So he had to stick around after school while I did that. And I think Gina was there too, because she was at Brennan. And so I had to sing the song in front of them, because they wanted to see. And then I think Amelia went to my mom and was like, I didn't know Issa could sing like that. Like, I knew she liked it, but I didn't think she'd sound like that. And I was like, oh God. And then my mom was all butthurt because she was the only one that didn't get to hear it. And so I think that's when I like realized like, oh, I'm kind of good at it, I guess. But again, it was just a hobby. It was just something I, did for myself, not, sing for anybody because I was so shy.
But I mean, you did realize it, and it's awesome. And I've got well, actually, was it at Brennan High School that we went to see the talent show?
I think so. I think I did.
Yeah. So yeah, we got to see you guys there, and scream our lungs out, and like
Yeah.
It was so great. Yeah, that was awesome. So, who are some of your like female influences as far as artists go and musicians?
A lot. A lot.
Because you mentioned Kelly Clarkson, you mentioned TLC.
I was like 4 when I first heard Kelly Clarkson, and it's probably because that was around the time she was on American Idol. So we had the CD for some reason. I know at that age I wasn't asking for CDs to be bought at the store. I think we just had it. So definitely like to start with, it was like Alicia Keys, Kelly Clarkson, Mariah Carey, and then my mom was a huge Norah Jones fan.
Okay.
And so yeah, just all of those like singers with like really big voices. And I think the one and true that I really resonated with was Corinne Bailey Rae. Just because despite me liking those singers with huge voices, I did not have that range. And I still kind of don't. Like, I know I can work towards it, but I liked Corinne because she had such a like small, soft-spoken voice, but still made like such an impact. And so I think like as a young girl, you look up to people who look and sound like you, just, people that you're familiar with, And so I've always enjoyed and still do and pull inspiration from her music. But yeah, there's plenty. The list could go on and on.
That's awesome. So with it being Women's History Month, what does that mean to you? To you as a 21-year-old woman?
I think it means a lot more to me now than it has ever. We're in such a like ever-changing world and society, and so the older you get, the more you realize, women go unappreciated or are looked over, talked over, and I guess when you get older, you notice how that affects you in your life too, and how there's just these stigmas and stereotypes, and eventually you get fed up. And there's so many stories in history of other great women that really made an impact, and you see that stuff's still happening, and there's still women who are having to make that impact. And so I guess me as a 21-year-old, it's very empowering to see, very refreshing to go from catty high school school environments with other girls to now befriending and being surrounded by uplifting women, because we should be here to support each other, not put each other down because you think you're better than somebody else. I don't think it should be the case, and I think that it's just a good movement, and to encourage others to stick to that, stick to uplifting each other and supporting each other.
And appreciating the fact that we are women and we can do so much
Hmm.
in our own spaces.
We
Yeah.
literally make the world go round.
Yes, exactly. So if you could meet any female that's your inspiration or celebrity or, that has really just made an impact on you, who would it be and why?
um, that's tough. Like any female. Hmm. Probably my grandma's mom. I never, my grandma, my dad's mom, so his grandma. I never got to meet her. I don't know that he got to meet her either, but it would be really cool and interesting to pick her brain on what it was like having and raising like 13 kids and
Yes.
growing up in a world that was very different from now. Um, I don't know. I would ask her anything. It's just something. Um, I don't know. I've always wondered what she was like because I don't know many stories, and my grandma mainly speaks Spanish, so I'm still learning, and I'm sure I could pick her brain about other things, but it would be cool to hear it from the source.
Absolutely. I love it. Awesome. So now tell us about your band and what you guys are doing and things that you've gone through with them.
Um, so my band, I started my senior year of high school. Um, it's kind of crazy. So two of the members, I went to school with. Um, and they were brothers, a drummer and bassist. And then I met the guitarist through another friend, and so I was friend. So the brothers, they were already like in their own bands, and so I would go see them play. And um, the more I surrounded myself with other musicians, the more I realized that's what I wanted to do. Was perform and play my own music. And I had been writing and thought, well, okay, I could make something of this. So I poached them, asked them to join the band, and they were down. We played a lot of shows like within 6 months. It was crazy. I was like really
Mhm.
surprised, but when you know people, you get opportunities quick, and so it evolved and different members, but I really do miss like playing. Like it got tiring. I wasn't in school, so I was just working all the time, and so then um, we'd work and then go home, pack up all our equipment, go to a show, and then have to open at work in the morning the next day, and then maybe even do another show the next day. And but it was fun. Like uh, those are the only people I really got to experience that with, and so I miss that because obviously we're not doing shows right now because of the pandemic. But yeah, like it was just cool to know that there was other people out there, with the same interest as you and the same drive to, want to write and and perform at different places, like really cool places, and we even got to like travel and go to a couple cities, outside of San Antonio. Um, as far as right now, though, I don't know what's gonna happen. I think we're all trying to be safe, and we haven't met up in a while, and
Mhm.
that's unfortunate. But also, I kind of see it as like maybe a new beginning. Like I don't know, maybe I'll have a new band later on, in a couple years. Like I'm not sure, but I mean, we all move
Mhm.
on. This, last year has changed everybody's lives very differently, and so
Mhm.
I get if maybe there's no more of that group of people, but I do want to continue with the Chavella brand, and even if I go solo, maybe I do want to record more, just put stuff out.
So how does a little girl who is super shy and not want to go on stage and not want to project her voice and show the world her voice, how does that come like full circle to today to where you're just like I can perform in front of anybody?
um, it's
Like
strange.
what kind of barriers did you have to kind of work through internally to get over that?
Um, it had to. I just had to sing in front of somebody. Anybody. I still even can't like sing in front of my family. It's just awkward for me, which it shouldn't be, but that's just me being me. Um, but I had to somehow get over the fear by singing in front of somebody. So like, that being like friends and other musicians. And so once I got used to that during rehearsal and like going through full songs, I had to just kind of picture myself on stage, um, and remind myself that there's gonna be a bunch of people in front of you next time you do this. And so, um, yeah, the first show was nerve wracking, but I think I got through it pretty well. And then after that, it was like game over. Like I had already become accustomed to it after one show, and I still get nervous always, but it just came naturally. And at the end of the day, like I think if I was that person in the audience watching them, like I'm not worried at all about how they look or how they're gonna sound. Like I'm just there to see live music and entertainment, and so it's not like you have to get that out of your head that people are staring right at you, into your eyes and judging you. Like that's not the case at all, because you as somebody who enjoys seeing live music, you don't do that naturally.
Mm-hmm.
You're just like, oh, I wonder what they're gonna play. And so
Yeah.
I was actually telling my mom the other day, like, I wonder, next show I have, like, I feel like I'm gonna be super nervous, like it was the first time, just because it's been so long, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it'll come naturally again.
It will. It will, because it's
Yeah,
about to.
yeah, yeah.
Because it's about to. So please tell us what you're going to tell us a little bit about what you're going to perform for us
Um,
tonight.
so I'm going to do a song that I wrote. I It is actually the title of the song is the title of the EP that I put out a couple years ago, almost 2 years ago, called Not Today. And um, I was trying to think of a cover I could do, and there was a lot, but the reason why I picked this song was because um, it's just one that I'm like most proud of, and um, it came so easily to me. I like wrote it down in 10 minutes, barely changed it, and everybody liked it, and so um, I don't know. It was just it was my favorite part of our show was getting to play that song. I'd either open or close with it, but yeah, it's called Not Today, written by me.
Awesome. All right. Well, let's hear it.
Okay. Okay. Can you hear that? Can you hear it? Okay. Cool. So many years, so many memories slipping from my hands. All of your words bitter to my ears. Know where I'll land, but I feel like every step I take is the wrong one. And I know I'm gonna let you down. I seem selfish when you're not looking out for me. I'm guilty of the charge, and I try to make this right, but it's not right. But what can I do? It's too late. I don't wanna be broken. It's too late. 'Cause the days will get darker, and the distance gets greater. And I know the sun will come up, just not today. Yeah, the days will get darker, and the distance gets greater. And I know the sun will come up, just not today. Can you see it shining? Can you see it shining? It's shining. Can you see it shining? 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 'Cause the days will get darker, and the distance gets greater. And I know the sun will come up, just not today. Yeah, the days will get darker, and the distance gets greater. And I know the sun will come up, just not today.
That was fantastic. Yay! I know, it's been so long since we've had live music. It's like,
I
oh.
know. I'm even aching to see other people play, not even myself perform.
I know. I just found out today that one of my concerts that was scheduled for August moved from last year to this year is now canceled again too. So can we bring on 2022?
I know. Yeah, that would be so much better than now.
I know, it's nice. Well, that was thank you so much. That was fantastic. It was amazing. Thank you for performing for us. Thank you for coming on and being one of my featured females for Women's History Month. My last question for you is, what is one quirky, crazy thing that no one else knows about you, but only you, that you'd like to share?
that no one else knows about me.
That no one else knows. Mm-hmm. Or maybe very few people know.
Maybe. So when well, spoiler alert, you sent me the questions before, but I told my friend, I don't know what to say. I was like, what do I do that's like weird to you, or that I wouldn't do in front of somebody that I just met? And she claims that I like make like weird noises or say not weird noises, but say things in like different voices. But you know, as a singer, like you already have to like make your voice sound different than how you speak. So I guess I don't know, like she'll ask me something and I'll go "ner" instead of "no." Ner. But it's just, I don't know. It's just, I like to keep things light, not be such a straightforward, robot. So maybe that.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Which is why we do this, which is why we sip. We sip and talk because it's lighthearted and it's more fun.
Yeah,
like
exactly. So, yeah. Weird pronunciation of common words.
There you go. So that's the word thing that Isa is doing. Well, thank you again, Isa Paillao from Chavela. Thank you so much for coming on. And again, for the folks that are watching, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the bell to get all of the updates for upcoming Friday Sippin' with Sue time shows. So we'll see you again soon. And I hope to see you really soon, not just like this virtually, but soon.
Yes, very soon. Yes, safely.
Definitely. Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you.
We'll see you guys.
Bye.
Thank you. We'll see you guys next week. Bye.